benefits.
I'm still climbing my way, but I have accomplished a lot for being young, and a lot has got done, but I still have a long way to go. So you never want to stop. You just keep growing and growing and growing. But I appreciate the support from Bev and having me on the show and supporting my fashion shows and everybody at the station. And it's important, to have a support system. It motivates you to keep going.
Well, everything you get in life comes through somebody else, so
it
always helps to have a team, like you said.
Exactly.
But you help each other, and I bet you'll have an opportunity to help other designers too.
Yeah, definitely. I'm going to be actually hiring a lot of assistant stylists and having interns from college students that went to FITM, the fashion school I went to. So I've been letting them assist me, and they've been having a lot of fun and learning. And so, I definitely pay it forward and willing to help everybody out, any way I can. I'm sponsoring the Miss California. I have a runner-up for Miss California. I'm sponsoring her clothing, so I'm designing, her dresses and styling her, as a sponsor for her wardrobe. Mm-hmm. And then, just giving back. Of course, I always give back. I'm not just all about money, money, money. It's good to have it, but I love to support and help other people, so, yeah.
And I'm sure that's part of the secret to your success.
Yeah,
it is.
Just being humble and saving. I'm a saver. I don't spend too much, thank God. But
That's true. That's true. And Jesse, real quick before we let you go.
Yes.
Bump out your number, honey. How can somebody contact you?
Yes, you guys will definitely be available to come to the showroom in Burbank, California, and you guys want to make an appointment, definitely call me at area code 424-273-0412. One more time, that's area code 424-273-0412. I look forward to hearing from you guys, and, any feedback or anything you need on fashion tips, I'll look forward to it.
All right, Jess, thank you so much, and I'll give you a call on Monday.
Okay, great. We'll have our little private chat.
Yes, and say hi to Mom and Dad for me, okay?
Thank you. All right.
Okay,
thank you, everybody. You guys all have a good weekend. Talk to you.
All right, bye,
Good
Jesse.
Thanks.
Bye.
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 So, see, Bobby, now you heard it from the expert. When people come to your office to go to look at houses, look at what they wear.
Yep, we do.
Yes.
And he's right. Usually the ones that are the more wealthy are the ones that are dressed down.
Yep.
So they don't have people asking them for money.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I look like a slob all the time. I don't know, Now, talking about real estate, talking about clothing, Miss Food Lady, what's new for the new year? Because all the food now, remember we started matching it up with the color of clothing. Tell us about this.
Well, actually, as far as what people have been what people should be eating right now is trying to, during the winter time, there's a lot of root vegetables that you'll find, lettuces, celery, their pears, are something that's really big during the winter time too. And what you always want to do is look for what is in season. Mm-hmm. Right now, I don't have any cravings for watermelon.
I do. I could eat watermelon 12
I don't know.
All the time. I love the taste of watermelon.
I am very season-oriented with the foods that I eat, so when it does start to get to be summer, that's when I start craving melon, but I don't really crave it. Like butternut squash.
Now, that's my favorite, no matter what time of year.
Really? That's something that you love?
Yes.
I love butternut, and I just put the whole thing in the oven and bake it up, or you can, take because I don't like cutting it. They're so hard. So I just put the whole thing in there. When it's done, I scoop out the seeds. Some people actually save the seeds and roast those and eat them too. So you don't have to. I'm too lazy for that, but some people actually do that. But I mean, what some people may not think, besides making a soup by just throwing that into your food processor, and you can add some chicken broth or some. I hate to, some people would say, oh, you said cream, Elaine. Well, a half and half. I get this Strauss. It's kind of a raw milk, kind of a cream that's the real thing. So you just put a little bit of that in there, blend it all up. You can put some spices, some cinnamon, nutmeg, and you have an instant soup. How hard is that?
And that is so good for you.
It is.
And you know what I love about doing soups like that? It's because they're all fresh. Right? You can sit in your jammies in front of the telly with a blankie or whatever. You're all comfortable. You're eating the soup, and you can watch all your favorite programs. And guess what?
And pig out all you want.
Pig out.
Because I would say eat all the soup that you want. If you were going to have that kind of soup, okay, maybe you put especially if you put chicken broth in there, because that makes it really low fat. So if you made that soup, I would say eat until you can't eat anymore.
Yep.
Because how many calories is that?
One.
It's 25 calories for like a half a cup of processed vegetables, which is nothing. So you eat a whole cup of that soup, that's 50 calories. Maybe a little bit more with the chicken broth, or if you put like a little dollop of yogurt, you could put like a little bit of dollop of yogurt on top of it too. And I just think that's and then what some people may not think of is that butternut squash, after you bake it, you can cut it into like squares, and when you make a salad, put some of that the squares of the butternut squash in your salad. And it's actually really, really good in a salad. You may not think so. One time I went onto this organic farm, and the people on the farm, they had fresh salad, everything from the farm, and they put that butternut squash in the salad. I had never had, and I thought, oh my gosh, this is absolutely delicious with the lettuce.
And you know what else is good with that? Use the romaine lettuce, get some fresh spinach in there, put in your squash in there, and get pears. Slice or chunk pears.
See, that's perfect, actually.
And then you make a nice oil
and
walnuts. Get a nice little oil and vinegar. You just splash. Not boil. I mean splash. Oh, that is fabulous. And while we're talking about that, we are going to go and take a quick break. And when we come back, there should be another person on the phone that is going to join us in this conversation.
Okay.
So, guys, we're going to quick break. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back.
If you own or work at a restaurant, bar, or nightclub, here's an important message to help improve your bottom line. At Starflight Entertainment, we rent professional karaoke DJ systems. The monthly cost is affordable, and Starflight systems are easy to operate. For more information, call me, Rich, or Bev at Starflight Entertainment, 909-797-7291. Starflight karaoke systems have great sound, and Starflight provides a large selection of songs, everything from the 40s to today's latest hits. We at Starflight Entertainment will supply a professional karaoke jockey, or we'll train someone for you. The Starflight system can also be used almost like a jukebox during your slower times. Starflight Entertainment has been in business since 1989, and many bars, restaurants, and clubs have been customers for up to 10 years. Starflight covers San Bernardino, Riverside, Orange, and Los Angeles counties, and we can help improve your business. So remember the name Starflight Entertainment, and remember 909-797-7291.
Starflight Entertainment. KCAA, your local connection for news, traffic, weather, and sports. AM 1050, KCAA.
Well, we're back, guys.
Kimchi beets.
And Eric is trying to get the other guest on the line. Everybody's busy today. But we are talking to our food lady right now, Elaine from Smart Health Talk, and we were just talking about one of our favorite foods, butternut squash or any kind of squash. And hang on to that idea. Okay. Hold on to that squash. Yes, Eric, who do we have?
We have Bill from Great Train Expo in Anaheim.
Okay, hey, Bill, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Thank you for the time. And would you please tell everybody what's going on this weekend up there in Anaheim?
Yeah, we're at the convention center this weekend. We're setting up today. The show is Saturday and Sunday, and it's a 2-day model railroad show that has absolutely everything you could imagine for model railroading. Whether it's collector pieces, brand new pieces, starter sets if you're new to the hobby, T-shirts, jackets with the train logos, track, cars, you name it, we've got it.
Now, that is so cool, and I'm glad we had a chance to talk because during the holidays, we had one of the guys on, we call him Mr. Train, and he was talking about trains, and a lot of people like to get trains for Christmas. And now it's nice that you're here right at this particular moment because if one did not get the train that one wanted, they can come to you this weekend and find the train, huh?
Absolutely. That's one of the great things about the shows we do in January. People either, got some of what they wanted, or didn't get anything, or got some money for stuff they wanted. And it's a great chance to come down. There's dealers from all over the country here. It's about 450 tables of merchandise for sale from guys from all over the country. So you get a chance to see more than what you would see just at your local hobby shop, all in one place. And in addition to the merchandise for sale, we also have about 25 different local clubs with all of their operating train layouts set up and on display. So it's a chance to see. You could spend 2 hours just walking around looking at the trains, even if you aren't here to buy.
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah, and
that would be fun.
It is. It is so much fun going to these things, and I do like to see all the trains set up and the exhibits that they have. And my favorite one, Bill, believe it or not, as far back as I can remember, I never got the gentleman's name that does this one, but it's a big carnival. And you have the Ferris wheel and the cars and the trains and the music and everything is playing all at one time. And it does take you back to when you were a small child and you went to one of them big carnivals.
I like it when they go through the mountains.
Yes.
Right. Yeah, you're probably referring to the Canfield Family Circus, and he is here. It's a huge HO layout that is all circus-based. The circus trains run through it, and he's got the big top, and a lot of it's kind of cut open, so it shows you sort of the outside and the inside views of everything. And that's one of the great things about the hobby is no matter what your interest is, if you're interested in like he's got the circus, or you're interested in logging or mining or subways or monorails or trolleys, whatever it is, you can go after your passion in the hobby and model that industry or that time period or whatever, and just have a chance to do it yourself. Either model after something you knew or create your own. Just invent a mine that didn't ever exist, but build the mountains and streetcars and an old west town and whatever you want. You can do anything you want in the hobby.
And that is so much fun, and I don't think one never outgrows it. If they say they were too old for it, then, hey, they're old poo-poo. But,
right.
It's fun playing with trains and riding trains. And when my children were younger, we got on, we're from New York, and we got on the Amtrak train. Went all the way down to Florida. We traveled a lot through the United States on the trains when the children were younger. It was absolutely fabulous. And now they're older, and now they like to take their families and do that too, which is really fun.
Right, and that's people always ask, well, what's the attraction of trains? And that what you just said is half of it. It's people's personal experience, either riding the train as a kid, or going on a vacation with their parents, or growing up near the train tracks, or their dad works for the train, or their grandfather works for the trains. And you think of anywhere in this country, and there's towns all over the map that owe their very existence to the fact that that's where the train came. The train ran through that town, or the trains intersected at that town. And, you can go back all the way through the history of the country and find how important trains were to its development. And so I think there's all those different things that factor into, why someone gets into the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
And Bill, this is Bob. I had a quick aside. Actually, what was quite interesting is people were not interested. They were not adjusted to traveling at the speed of a train when trains first came out, because they'd only ridden on horses and wagons and things like that before, and it actually took. There was an adjustment time for people to get used to riding something at a faster, smoother speed like that, because there never was anything like that before that ever existed.
Absolutely, and I mean, you also the whole ability to order something and have it delivered was something that nobody ever was used to either. I mean, you'd need supplies for your town, and I mean that could be months of waiting, and all of a sudden here you could order it and in a week or two have it. So there's all kinds of things that just changed everything. The fact that we have different time zones, that's directly related to the train line. They were the ones that pushed for all the time zones to keep the schedules, and to this day we have them because of their habit. But